Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Combat 2 by Compass Games, designed by Ross Mortel. We are going through the campaign control module for Combat 2 now, which will show you how to use it when it gets released. I put the extra tag in there so you know, be able to differentiate between opening up this one and the main Combat 2 module. Well, this will be the one that helps you keep track of your squad missions, everything like that. This is where everything's going to be saved for you. That's why I put it in a separate mission, separate module, so you don't have to try to juggle things around. You can close the other one out when you're done a game and set it right back up. This one here, your characters are all editable if you want to use them. If not, you don't have to. You can just use them. Actually, I just left them. You can just use them like this. I think everybody will probably use them as editable characters in this one because they're saved. So anyway, let's start left to right, work our through our buttons. D100, D12, D12 I put in there solely for random character selection. I actually could probably put that, have that somehow slave the names, but I don't want to get too anal on this. So that's easy. Just roll with D5 or I mean a D12, and it'll give you the random soldier. Your two D10s and they're color coded and they show you black and white just so you can when you roll your skills you know which ones you're which. D6 obvious. Your campaign character display. This is where you're going to select which icons you want to use. Say I'm going to be using A for my squad leader. We're going to use C as my medic, squad member 2. D will be squad number 3. Let's get the BAR out there. That's going to be G. Um, that's all I'm going to put in right now. They'll send out. We'll meet up with them in a second and just keep introducing things. Your patrol display. When you get your patrol display, this is what you'll see to begin with. You'll notice I have a set start time. The objective counter is not on the track. Your time's all the way down here at 0-100. Dawn and Dusk I have in there for specific for each month. Um, that'll get set automatically. We'll get back to that in a little bit. Your patrol DRMs are up here, and they are you get them as per your roles. We subtract your leadership's your squad leader or your patrol leader's TQ, and you add in the amount of soldiers you got, and then whatever encounters you get. The good thing about this is you just show you big clear text what your current DRMs are, and then the other thing is time. I don't want to get too involved in this yet. You know what? We'll come back to that. We're not ready to do a patrol yet anyway. The next icon on your sheet is the patrol itself. This is probably the next biggest one you'll be on. And this is where you're going to do all your squad uh, activities. I'm going to we'll set the one up. So he's going to be Sergeant Amos as the squad leader. Let me help I can spell. Uh, yeah, we rolled a TQ of 5. We got a leadership skill of 2. We rolled a weapon skill of 3. Grenade skill sucked. We got a 2. And a pistol skill we were great at 4. And say we roll an extra, we roll a Thompson. I put that in there so you can keep track of that, whether you have a Thompson or a M3. That changes the little icon up there. And say we rolled the tough skill, so we're going to go ahead and put that there. It doesn't take long to set them up, and you'll just set them up as your roll for them. Come back to this too. I want to go through everything, all these buttons up here before we go to that. Patrol logs, patrol roster 1. Everything is selectable and editable in here. Add and decrease TQ. Um, you can only go below a certain level, so and only above a certain level. I have that set up. Experience, add experience, subtract experience. Um, Weaponry. I've dropped down menus for the weapons, and then the skills. You just select the slave line and hit the skill on there. So say this would be an M1 Grand with a skill of 6. Actually, we've already got the grease gun or Thompson. We'd put the Thompson in there, and then the skill. What did I have up there? 4. It was a 4. You do something like that. Again, this is all clearable. You can clear that out by hitting this. Or when a guy gets shot in a campaign, you just hit it all and hit a Control R. It will do the same thing. Squad morale level. You just select it, your current squad level, which is say OK in this instance. Your rerolls increase or decrease. Must rerolls increase, decrease. Demerits decrease, increase. Same for all this. Everything's basic. Um, Same for roster 2. Yes, I forgot to mention Foxhole Buddies, antagonists. I have space for 2 each of those. I've run through the campaign a time and a half already, and I've not had more than 2 for any one guy. In fact, I've really only ever had 1 for each guy. Skills, I have slots for 14. That 2 is also proven to be enough. I got nowhere else to put them. So that should be fine for the amount of how hard it is to keep a guy alive and roll up that many skills. The only one it would get interesting on would be the squad leader. He gets two skills to roll, and then veteran you get a free roll, and it could get a little interesting. But notes, got plenty of room for notes down here. There should be plenty of room. I put all kinds of stuff down there when my replacements come in, and in the batch, I'll just put their last names there and the date they came in, and um, comedian tag and stuff like anything that's going to be determined as necessary, something you want to keep track of that's not in the regular log sheet. Um, Chapters button. Oh no, charts. Don't know how many charts I'm going to leave in here. We don't send a lot out. Compass doesn't like it, and actually I don't blame them because why give out a free game? Um, if you want the Vassal, you'll have to have your rule books out in front. I do it for my modules just because it makes it easier. But then again, I got all the books and stuff sitting in front of me half the time anyway. I might leave missions in just because I think this is pretty cool. Just to move that up and down. I might put a button on there to make that easy. Um, each one has it. It's gonna help you. I'm not sure. I got to see which ones I want to leave in there. Anyway, there will be some charts in there, not a lot. I'll probably take the missions out and just leave all the basic ones in. And I'll probably take out the events too. I don't want to leave the events in. You have your cards. Just every once in a while, you're asked to draw an action card. There they are. Your chapters, you can adjust that up and down. Keep your current chapter. That also will show up right here. And that is everything for this. So we'll just start working off the campaign calendar now. I haven't hold on a second. All right, guys. I have everything color coded for chapter. Little red lines showing you where you should stop and check the beginning of the next chapter for die rolling to see where you're at, etc. Um, you can play that as you like. I usually stop right there and then see whether I get sent to the front or not. But honestly, you can roll into the next chapter and start rolling. Take that initial chapter roll once you get your next open date in the chapter. I have a little color coded index down here for you, so you know which chapter is which, determined by the color codes, and that'll help you remind you to set your chapters. The ones that are doubled up, you'll see are doubled up on here, so you have an idea of what's what. It's only the Bulge, Siegfried Line, and Hurtgen Forest, I think, that are doubled up. Um, so that brings us to the meat and potatoes is the calendar. Each day, when I click on a day, you'll see that a new month's set every time. I did this so we do not forget to reset that month. Why? Because on the patrol roster, you're going to see it here. First off, you need to know this for fields, whether they're blocking or non-blocking. Second off is when you start a new patrol, it's going to set your dawn and your dusk as per the month, and that's very important. So that's why I have it set to automatically click, and it's really not going to hurt to do that. It doesn't affect the performance any at all. So I have in each one the ability to put a no event, patrol, and a mission as to whatever you roll. Um, so normally what I'll do is, let's say we're through training already. We're down here. We're frontline status. We're in the front line. We roll a, well, yeah, we roll an event. Say we get reserves already. Who knows? Maybe we had casualties already. So I'll put an event in there and say we rolled 3 days. So I'll select the next 2 days. I'll control in it for no event. That'll give me these two. And then on down here, I will put the note of the event, say uh, replacements or whatever it was. And that way I kind of have an idea. And then you also want to fill these in with the proper color code for, say, we're on the front line. I think that's control or alternate F rather. Yeah, alternate F. And that's the way it'll help you keep track of which day. So your next day you'd still be in the front line because you haven't got moved off. You control F this and then roll your dice to, not control, alternate F this. Then you'd roll your dice to determine whether you have an event, mission, patrol, or nothing. Actually, you always got something. I put no events in here so you could X out the days, keep track of things. So that's every day does. And every day you do it, as you see, if I click in December, new month set, I go to patrol menu, December's going to be up here. And then if you hit a new patrol, boom, it automatically sets your dusk and dawn points for you. We'll get back to patrols again in a little while. That is basically it for the campaign calendar. I'll probably come back here briefly when we get to the back into the squad, which we'll go to the squad next. This is where a lot of your stuff's going to happen at. Um, if you get wounded, I got increased wounds. To show you what the wound is, then you're going to go ahead and hit wounded. Send your guy down to the bottom here. Now, the only problem with Vassal is I haven't been able to deselect anything. There might be a way to do it. I'm just not smart enough yet. So just click anywhere to deselect them and then grab this guy and move him here. Because of the dynamic situation in Wounded, guys coming in and out of there all the time, I was not going to try to track a formula to put them in order and automatically space them out for you. So you'll have to do that. Just place them wherever they belong, in whatever order you want down here. Otherwise, they'll all stack up in the same one. Then you're going to take this piece that gets left behind, and you're going to say we were on the 25th and we got wounded for 6 days. You'll take him up here and put him on the not 1st of August, 1st of July. And that'll remind you then when you get up to that point that he comes back into the squad and then you can recover him. And that just reminded me that something else that I wanted to do was make that automatic to recover them when you return them to the squad. Um, I'll write that down. That will be automatic. Maybe not. I got to put a return key in there. I got to check that. Anyway, it doesn't take much to click on it yourself. Wounds. Next up, we have illness, which rolls for sometimes. I'll put the little note there to come up with the counter, the illness counter, that you got to roll each day a TQ to see whether they recover or get sent home. You can also just recover from that. Yeah. And then the other one I just ran into on this one is incarcerated. And I put the same thing as wounded on that one. You'll notice illness doesn't come down here because they don't technically leave for any extended period of time. You're rolling day by day to see when or if they recover. This guy will get a brig counter that I made up, and another counter up here. And again, say he gets 30 days in the hole when you're on the 26th, you would set that up to, the 25th, I think it is, of July, whatever. Just to remind you that when you get there, it's time to bring him back to the squad, return to squad, and recover him. Don't want to hit reset. Reset will hit reset all your counter. Um, Next thing on this is we already went through making one. The patrol, assign to patrol. Say I'm going to assign all these guys to patrol, so I will just click on all four of them. And we're going to go back to the patrol screen. Oh, the patrol screen, Greg. There we go. And we bring this down a little bit. As you can see, the squad's over here. I'm going to hit a new patrol. And that's going to clear everything and set my dates for me. Say we're back in, say we're back in June again. We're going to new patrol to put my dawn and everything dusk where it belongs, and return all the counters in case you didn't do it before. Say we rolled, location 6. We're going to consider location 6. Say our start time was 0900, so we're going to go down here and select 0900. And then we can start a patrol. And this is cool. And say we got 5 -5 for the TQ of our patrol leader. Actually, reset that. -5 for the TQ of our patrol leader. So that's going to be -5. And then we got 4 guys along. And I forget what that is for 4 guys. DRMs. I have it right up here. Patrol DRMs. 4 guys, 2%+. So we set that back up to 2%. And so we're ready to start our patrol. We're going to roll for the first. That's what this timepiece is. We're going to hit time, and that's going to move our time up 30 seconds. You see it just flipped to 9:30, and it's going to roll the dice. We got a 94 up here. That down here is 94 minus the 3 for your DRMs, your modified die roll. So you don't have to keep looking back up here. One of the things I hated was when I'm doing a patrol trying to keep it down here where I can see my dice roll, keep track of everything. So we did that. And now you don't have to look up there anymore. It's all right here. Now say we're going to go our next turn. Say we moved one, advance one zone. Next turn, we're going to go up to 1000. And we rolled probably a 64. Yes, a 64. The good thing is if you max out or min out, okay, you had a bad patrol, you're trying to get back, you got 30 DRMs because of all the encounters and shit you got running in the wires, etc. You're just trying to get back. I've been there a few times. And your roll 55 is probably 25. 50 would be an 80s, 35, 65, 46, 76, 90. There you go. I rolled an 85. Plus 30 is 115. I'm about at min and maxed at 99 and 0. So you don't have to worry about, oh, okay, what's this? It's always going to show you exactly what you got. So you don't really need to look at that screen up there while you're out on patrol anymore. And then when you're done the patrol, just go ahead and end the patrol, and it probably wouldn't hurt to reset your DRMs. And then when we come back in on the next patrol, all that will be reset on new patrol, plus your dawn and dusk will be reset. That's patrol. I think that's basically it. That's the control module. Don't think I forgot anything else. Yeah, there's a sniper. I have not run into the sniper yet. Um, I would like to see. I got to look into that and see how we get a sniper. I have actually one of the few things that I didn't run into, and I meant to look into it, is how to get the sniper. I'm pretty sure you got to get the sniper skill. Yeah, there you go, sniper skill. So I left this only one counter has that ability. And on that sniper skill, say we're going to put him in our squad. A little easier to look at him in the squad. And put him down in 8. All right, we're looking at him. We're going to blow him up a little bit. He has the ability to. You can use him as a regular soldier if you need to, but I put the Springfield on him, so you can see it, barely see it. It's a different icon, the same as we did for the Thompson and everything. This will make a difference. This is the only counter that has the sniper skill available in there, and so you just gotta remember that. The, the only one I made up for that. Everybody else, they all have the ability to be medics and whatnot, and all have leadership ability because you can get leadership skills without being an NCO. You just can't do squat with them until you're a squad leader or whatnot. But it does leave them guys in position to be promoted. It should one of them drop down next man up. I think that's basically everything I have on this. Pretty cut and dry. I think it'll work great. I've worked it through one campaign. The things I just adjusted are things that were driving me nuts that I meant to do and just hadn't gotten around to. So got around to them last night. Drove myself crazy getting them. Now it's just to see if there's a domino effect or not. But that's it. That's the campaign control module for Combat 2. I'll be able to release that in July. I'm not sure the exact date. I got to check with Mo and Bill and John on that and see when we're allowed to drop that down. I'm not sure what the exact 6 month date is, but sometime in July we'll release this out to you. Thanks for joining me, and we will see you all next time.